ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2017 QubicaAMF Sonoma County Open. We have reached the group stepladder portion. On 25 and 26, of course, these have been our featured pairs throughout the day. And Karen Rosfrom, stone 7, 3-6-10 for Maria Jose Rodriguez. She is taking on Missy Parkin. Karen Rosfrom taking on Kelly Kulick. My name is Emil Williams Jr. Pleased to be joined by now PWBA champion. Last year won the Rochester Open, Miss Josie Ernest.
Hey.
That's the best you can. All of that, that introduction I just gave you came with, hey.
I'm mostly happy to be here. I'd rather be
Fair
bowling.
enough. That is certainly fair. All right, folks, we already have two individuals locked onto the TV show, which will take place. It'll be taped May 23rd in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. As part of the USBC Queens Week, of course, it will air June 6th, Tuesday, June 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Those two individuals are Brandy Branca as Kelly Kulick. First strike of the match versus Karen Rosfrom. Again, Brandy Branca and Rocio Restrepo. Restrepo, the #1 seed. She's the top overall seed. Branca will be the #2 seed for television. But first of all, congratulations to Brandy. She bowled fantastic today to make her first career TV show. And now Rocio Restrepo kind of locked in, comfortable as we see a washout made by Missy Parkin. And so we'll have at least one TV rookie. And we can kind of put Rocio almost in that veteran category. She's, you know, doing her thing and making shows now, and it's expected at this point for her.
Yeah, I mean, I got to bowl next to her quite a bit this weekend, and she just looks like she knows what she's doing, you know, and that's really difficult to do on this pattern. But, you know, she kept herself in check and kept her emotions in check, and she looked fantastic all weekend.
Right now we are watching on 25 and 26, Group A, Missy Parkin again and Maria Jose Rodriguez. If you joined us during match play, you saw the exciting finish where Brandy Branca defeated Diana Zavialova to clinch that automatic berth, and Rocio Restrepo did the same as an open frame there for Kulick versus Shannon Pulhowski. So Pulhowski will be the top seed here in Group B. She will take on the winner of the Kulick-Rosfrom match in Group B. And, of course, Diana Z, top seed in Group A, will take on the winner of Maria Jose Rodriguez and Missy Parkin. Split screen action here. Every now and then we will go to, solo on the respective pairs. Big thanks to all of our sponsors. This week's title sponsor, of course, QubicaAMF, new to the PWBA this season. We thank them for all of their sponsorship. Also, Smithfield, Nationwide, Pepsi, and GoBowling.com. Maria Jose up second frame. This is a fresh pattern. 40 feet, flat, 1-1. Just got done on the burn, so it's kind of their second time on the burn, these players, and now their third time essentially on the fresh as someone who has bowled on both at this point. What do you see in each player? Where do you expect them to play the lanes at this point?
You know, I found myself, I saw the fresh twice, and from practice to then moving into competition, I actually found myself moving further left as the pattern was put out more, just trying to find some sort of hold. But obviously there really isn't any. To say, you know, is fresh easier than burn, I don't think it was easy in any way.
It didn't look fun.
It really wasn't. You know, watching Kelly missed a makeable in frame 2, and so did Missy. And, you know, normally I like to pride myself on my spare shooting and how confident I am in my spare shooting. But there was not a single spare that stood up this weekend that I was like, yes, I could make this, because everything was so hard. I'm so mentally drained at this point from just thinking so much. But it's good. You know, you learn a lot about what's going on the lanes. You learn a lot about yourself and what you can handle. So, you know, I think it's a good start to the season.
how important is it to learn about yourself in that regard? You just mentioned that kind of, and keeping in mind, you know, obviously you didn't want to be sitting here. You'd rather be bowling or already on the TV show.
Right.
But I said earlier, for all of the players, it's got to be at some point a little. You gain a little confidence, if you will, coming out on the tough condition first
Right.
stop. There's a lot of emotions. People are excited, and all of that. And then to bowl. Obviously, you didn't bowl your best, but it's one of those things that you can kind of carry on for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so important, at least for me personally, to learn how to just control my emotions and not get too ahead of myself or get too down too quickly. Because, like, I think I ended up 206 under for 18 games this weekend, and I only missed 4 makeables.
Wow.
So, I scratched and clawed for every pin that I earned. And I'm proud of that. Yeah, I wish I would have bowled a lot better. But I did all that without a triple as well.
How about that?
I had a 3-double 220 game in there. But other than that, it was literally just finding my strikes where I could and sparing as much as possible. And I think that's important. There's so many spots where make a makeable here or there, and you're on a TV show, and so knowing that your spare game can carry over into the rest of the season, I think is pretty important.
Very odd, speaking of spares, to see Kelly Kulik miss a couple makeables. I believe it was the 2-8 twice. It definitely was the third. Chopped that, so a couple early open sandwich in between a couple of strikes. Here is Karen Rosbrom. Karen not too far away, gets the 10 pin to go. A double for Karen from Albany, California, in the East Bay near Berkeley. Went to Fresno State during my time, first team All-American. Of course, Missy Parkin gave the 6-7-10 a good run. Missy a major champion. Looking forward to this season. She was as well. Kind of get back to being Missy, if you will. And I have expected some good things from her this season. Also, from her off-season preparation and everything that she put into it. Won the first PWBA regional in Dublin. 310 there for Rosbrom. Maria Jose Rodriguez made a TV show last year at the Wichita Open. Trying to get back to TV. She too a Queens champion as well. So I mean, we got some experienced players, of course, some resumes, and these two matches. Obviously, Rosbrom would be the inexperienced one, if you will, when we're talking about how many events at that level per se, but she's bowled some pretty high level events as well. In fact, she just missed the cut last year in this event, the Sonoma County Open and the Sacramento Open, and now finds herself in not only in match play, but a chance to still make a TV show.
I actually remember her from growing up watching college bowling. Because obviously I'm a little younger than you guys, but I watched it. I remember watching it when I was trying to decide where I was going to go to college.
Out there for Kulik. Trying to get past their early opens. Of course, Kelly made 4 TV shows last year, unable to come up with a victory. Made 6 championship round appearances in 2015. So combined 10 within the last 2 years, and still searching, or I should say, wanting to add a PWBA title since the relaunch of the tour. And she's had obviously some opportunities, and she said to herself, hey, she wants to win. We all know Kelly battling injury last year as well, and now another opportunity. First tour stop, first time out the gate. Essentially, she will have that.
Good shot.
On the fresh, Josie, where did you find yourself? What zone?
I want to say today I was sliding in somewhere around 28 or 29 with my feet. I actually look a little further down the lane than the arrows, so I was looking for my break point somewhere around 8 to 10, depending on which pair I hit, because I found some of them hooked a little more than others. But then, like I said, I kept jumping left as the day went on.
All right, spare made for Kelly. Again, these are one-game matches, folks. Stepladder finals.
Good spare.
There was practice, but again, this is fresh. If you're just joining us, Rocio Restrepo and Brandy Brinka, top 2 seeds, earned automatic spots by winning their respective groups. Brinka won Group A, Restrepo won Group B.
How awesome was Brandy's finish? I mean, you're trying to make your first show and you throw the last 5 on this pattern. Like, you deserve that one. That one was well earned.
Just an impressive day of bowling overall, starting
Yeah.
with the cashier's round. She went 256, 257.
Over, right? Yeah.
And second behind Restrepo from a round perspective. Rocio led the cashier's round, went 130 over, I believe, and Brinka right there behind her. But, and, you know, when you shoot 250, 250 on this, immediate jump, of course, in the standings, and
Correct.
she stayed there.
I mean, you were jumping with 200 games, 195 games, so being 60 over.
It was weird.
for
It kind
one.
of reminded me of like junior gold
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah.
Where if you shoot 250, you know, you jump like 45 spots. All right, out of trouble there is Rostrom. Meanwhile, Missy Parkin. Missy been bitten by the split bug here on 25 and 26.
What year did you bowl junior gold in?
Wow. She's funny, folks. I bowled in 2005 and 2006. I know you were still a young tyke at that point. Good spare from Karen Rostrom. Folks, you can tell we have a rapport. I've known her literally since she was a kid.
Yeah.
It's shot there by Rodriguez. Maria, of course, clean through 5 frames. A little of the backstory for all 4 competitors, where they are, and of course, where they've come from. Kelly, of course, is the actual PWA title that she does own. Came back in 2003 as the U.S. Women's Open prior to the hiatus of the tour. Of course, won the Queens before.
Great shot.
Big shot. The Queens won the Tournament of Champions, of course, the PBA. A victory that most now know her. It was a lot, obviously that's historic, and it helped, it gathered a lot of fans who weren't bowlers into the sport.
Yep.
Maria staying out of trouble. Kulik now looking for a double.
It's close. Yep.
She'll take it. All right, Karen Rostrom will have to come up with a couple of strikes here. You know, Kelly has bounced back from the early opens. Rostrom's only open missed a 310 in the 5th frame. Has been solid all day. She will be first. She's got a chance.
Good shot.
Not sure if she liked it.
Doesn't matter.
Does not. You are correct. You are correct. Let's see if Missy can find the 1-3 and 3-9-10 there.
I would say after this weekend, if I were staring that down right now, it would feel like the Big 4. Anything
can
with
see
double
that.
wood this weekend, it's not easy.
Can see how that could be an issue. Hospital, a much needed double into the 9th frame.
Good
And the
shot.
10 won't go. Kelly can max it 226. So the spare.
Fantastic spare.
And Karen, she makes the spare. I'll give her 155 in the 8th. At that point, a max score of 205. So she'll need some help from Kelly. And makes the spare. Missy Parkin now up on 25. Again, this is essentially the semifinals here of both group step ladders. The top seeds in both groups await the winners, Bukowski. In Group B, Zavyalova in Group A. There is Kelly Kulik, K squared. Oh, 2 taps on the
Love
10.
that.
Talk about someone who knows how to win. She would be the definition of that.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to match, really. I mean, I coach in college, and you know, when you try to talk about different people to watch and emulate, her and Liz, you know, their will to win. You know, it's to me the poster of what it's supposed to look like.
Rodriguez gets a break in the 8th. That she is in pretty good shape. Now Kulik. Oh boy.
Boy.
Boy, just as we talk it up.
Yeah. That's
Kulik.
interesting, because now Karen really needs good count for clean. And
Wow. So 4, 6, 10. In the 10th frame. So give it a run. Pins do bounce here. She will take 2. 191. So Karen Rosbrom will need a mark. And good count.
I think the best one here is a strike.
Yeah. To move on to face Shannon Bukowski for a spot on TV. First things first. All right, just
That's
a 3 pin.
makeable.
It is a makeable. Spares are no gimmies in these situations, no matter how many times we have been there. Missy Parkin strikes in the 9th. And just clips it, making it a little interesting.
She's still got to have good count here, which this weekend is not a gimme.
The 8 is the number. We've seen a lot of 5s. We've seen a lot of buckets. A lot of 7s. 8 to win, 7 to tie. He's got a chance.
That's enough.
And that is enough by a pin. 192 to 191. Karen Rosbrom. No short for the dramatic. We'll move on to face.
That made me nervous.
From our angle, I knew it was going to hit the head pin, but that's 50-50 on this pattern.
You're right.
Final match, finishing up here, Missy Parkin. Very good week for Missy. Of course, doesn't end the way she would have liked, certainly, but great bowling. Well, Maria Jose Rodriguez will finish it out.
ball change?
That was a ball
Yeah.
change.
Looked good.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good. We'll watch that. We'll keep an eye on that as she may go to the bag one more time. She's got some time, of course, to do that. Diana Z and Shannon Bukowski will get a little bit of practice. They've been down on the high end warming up. Or Bukowski, I should say, was on the high end. Zavialova on the low end on the warm-up pair. So Karen Rosbrom defeating Kelly Kulik 192 to 191. Dramatic. 10th frames were.
Have we had a tie in one of these matches yet?
I don't believe
one last year?
I don't think we've had a tie in a group step ladder as of yet. But now that you say that, you know it's going to happen sooner rather than later. All right, folks, after Maria's shot, there will be a brief break. And the only break is, of course, for practice for Diana and Shannon.
It's a nice, clean game from Maria.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to bring over our number 2 seeds. They will have a little bit of practice on the championship pair, but how about a great big round of applause for Missy Parkin and Kelly Kulik on their outstanding performance this week.
Congrats to
Diana Z
Missy and Kelly.
will be able to bowl 3 balls on each lane.
All right, so they will get 3 shots on each lane.
Karen and Maria can continue to warm up on their respective warm-up pairs, 17-18 and 37 and 38. Once Diana and
I think this will be
Shannon
a really interesting match to watch because I think
thrown their
Diana's
3
had
shots on each lane,
a couple
they
really
will
good
also
years
get to
where
determine
she's
who will start the
led
championship
several
match.
tournaments, and it just kind of went away during match play. And you know, she actually bowled a pretty decent game against Brandy, but it just wasn't quite enough. So it'll be interesting to see how she competes in this match to make her her first TV show.
Yes, it's I talked about it a little bit earlier. It's kind of one of those things where you don't try to harp on it because that's just not cool. But it's a part of the situation, what's at hand. And Diana Z has literally found herself in the exact same position as she did last year at the exact same event. And it kind of happened in nearly the exact same way. All right, got out to a good lead at some point, in match play, and then kind of towards the middle and the end of match play, started to lose a little bit, lost some close games, and then, we throw in bonus pins and all of those things. She finds herself losing the top seed again in the position round game, and now we'll have to one game to essentially not only redeem herself but get the biggest sigh of relief out of her body.
For her, I know she's having some thumb issues. It looks like she's been looking at it a lot, but I thought she threw it tremendous all weekend.
She's been great.
I think she, it's set up for her. We'll just see how 10 frames go.
Yes, no doubt. I mean, she is bowled phenomenally. She bowls very well in this building, but, take the building out of it and to do what she's done on this pattern, says more than enough.
Yep.
Meanwhile, for Shannon Bukowski, you almost want to say like business as usual in a sense because she's always there. She's always, if not on a TV show, she made 5 last year. She is competing for some. She made a few group step ladders last year as well. Got through some, was top 2 seeds in others. And another individual,
I think this is going to be another person that has a lot that could happen this year. She didn't win a title last year, but made so many shows, and I think she's out more to prove to herself than anyone else because everyone else knows that it's just a matter of time before it actually happens.
We have a couple more shots. Again, folks, if you're not, or I should say, at this point, we hope you're watching. But please share, if you don't mind, on Facebook, Twitter. Let everyone know what you're watching. Again, congratulations to Rocio Restrepo and Brandy Branca, their top 2 seeds for the QubicaAMF Sonoma County Open. Pleased to be joined by Josie Ernest.
Glad to be here.
You got a big day coming up, right?
I do, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Leave Wednesday for Barcelona, Spain. I'm getting married on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's about time.
I understand how that works.
I know you do.
Well, congratulations, obviously.
Thank you.
How long will you be, I imagine there'll be some form of relax portion after you get
Yeah,
married?
so we're going to be there for a week.
Okay.
We're not going to do an extended honeymoon this time around. We're actually going to do a 1-year honeymoon afterwards, sort of like a celebration thing.
Sure.
But we're going to be there for a week and then come back and have a reception party so our families can have a time to celebrate with us. So I actually won't be back on tour until the Queens. But once I make it back for the Queens, I'll be there for or back out on tour for the rest of the season.
Are you going to come with new jerseys?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Kyle. I'll just
Yeah,
throw that out there.
Yeah, they'll have new names on them. I need to start practicing my new signature. I've actually been relishing these last couple.
I was going to say, you already signed
pins
autographs.
that I've been
It might not
signing
even
with
be valid.
with
by
my
the,
last name.
won't even be valid by the time the season is over.
I know.
No one's going to believe you. Like, who's this
I
person?
know.
We've got some beautiful items back there. Coffee mugs. I know I need some coffee.
We're watching some of the practice shots of Diana and Shannon
The
Bukowski.
ladies are getting ready to get set. And Shannon has elected for Karen to start her match. And over on lanes 25 and 26, Maria will start that match.
Maria will start.
All right, yep, bowling arrows are up and a full set of pins.
And Karen
All right,
Rosbrom will
everyone, how
start.
about a great big round of applause
Here
for
we
the
go, folks.
championship match. Winner moves on to the CBS Sports TV Stepladder Finals. Good luck, everyone.
My fiance, Shanice,
Yeah.
gave you a shout out.
Oh, thanks, Shanice. I miss her.
Me too. Me too. There's no other answer. Right there.
No. You did good.
That's just set up for failure. All right, folks, we've got 2 finalists to be determined. It will happen in a matter of 15 minutes or so. It kind of goes by pretty quick. Maria Jose Rodriguez will enter your screen right now. Looks like she is.
So she stuck with the ball that she switched to in the 10th frame.
There it is. 7 pin to begin. And Karen Rosbrom, the local product. Not a member, but certainly bowling like one.
Little
Starts with a Brooklyn.
I'm telling you, everyone took those breaks this weekend.
Good spare there for Rodriguez. You mentioned how great the last game was. Just kind of steady. Took what the lanes gave her. Did not miss any makeables. No, actually clean overall. And now we'll see Diana Z and Shannon Bukowski. Diana will step up first. All right, 2-8.
It just looked a little firm. But that's kind of been our game plan for this week.
And Bukowski. Good shot to start. Zavialova starts out open frame to begin things. Still a long way to go. Bukowski. I'll put the pins on the bleachers. Those tend to fall.
I believe Shannon's game plan has been to stick with the hammer purple urethane, so a little different than what the righties had going on. But
Yep.
she's switching to an impulse solid for her spares.
She did, the only time she didn't throw the purple urethane, I believe was it this morning? Or in match play? At some point, though. I can't remember. My blocks are confused. She did throw the reactor ball for a considerable amount of time. It had to be match play because late in the game, towards game 4 or 5, she went back to the urethane. Shot 230 in the position round game. She's had a pretty solid look, obviously, all weekend with it.
Yeah.
But, of course, Shannon, she didn't have a bad luck with her reactive ball either. So, all right, here's Rostrom. Going to throw a good shot here. That is high on the head pin. Don't have a really good angle from where we are, so
No,
we
we
can't
don't.
really say.
Been trying to watch their body language. That usually helps.
Well, we could watch the screen.
We could.
All right, good spare for Diana Z. I know her mom was watching earlier. I imagine she is certainly watching now. So hello to Diana Z's mother, Mrs. Z.
It's really impressive, the dedication that a lot of these parents have. I have several girls on my collegiate team at Vandy that are international from Asia, different parts, and the hours that they stay up to watch their kids bowl is pretty admirable.
That's a good point. Time difference,
Huge.
depending on where you are, of
Yeah.
course, is definitely an issue. Rostrom makes the spare. That one was a little left as well. It could be a lot of things, but the spare there for Rodriguez, her first open frame here in this group Stepladder finals. This is her second match. She defeated Missy Parkin 206 to 152 if you're just joining us. This is a Group A final. Karen Rostrom makes the spare. This is the final of Group B. Rostrom defeated Kelly Kulik 192 to 191. Kulik left a 4-6-10 in the 10th frame, got 2. Rostrom left a 3-pin, made the spare.
It's a good shot.
And then got 8 to defeat Kelly by 1. Well, for Karen, of course, I'm sure a lot of things trying to enter her mind. Well, obviously a major opportunity in front of her. And Bukowski out of trouble. Just leaves the 6-10. Rodriguez, all right, makes the 10 pin so she can just kind of breathe.
I think the most important thing is, especially for Karen, is she has to make sure she keeps her thoughts simple, because the pattern already makes it so tough that really flooding your thoughts with anything that's not helpful just make it really difficult. Looks better.
That's a good
Much
shot.
better shot.
Bukowski on the left lane. Popped up early and leaves a 10 pin. I think we've commented on this a couple of times where sometimes Shannon will kind of pop up, but like it might be 10 back and
Yeah.
she didn't like it.
Yep.
So it's hard to read her language, her body language as well.
I was actually talking to Megan about that today. because we were talking about improvements in different people's games and things that they could work on. And I said, I don't really think it's something that Shannon could work on. It's something that the rest of us could work on, and not watching her body language because you think it's going to be 6 and it's 10 in the pit.
All right, spare made. Bukowski, 1 strike and 3 spares here. She is clean through 4. Rosbrom, strike, spare, spare. 1 pin match there. Zavyalova with a 3 pin to deal with.
Good shot.
Good shot. First shot to the right of the head pin, which of course that's what she's been looking for.
For me this weekend, I called those count savers because I didn't have a whole lot of them attached, but it sure helped with count.
All right, Rosbrom looking to be the first to double. Nope. All right, 10 pin.
Good 9.
Hold on. And 2 opens now on the right lane for Rodriguez. I tell you, we talked to the pattern has been tough, no doubt about that. 10 pin made for Rosbrom. But when you get to this point, it doesn't matter what you vote on. There's too much at stake.
It's something I preach to my kids over and over and over again. At the end of the day, whether it's high scoring or it's low scoring, spares are going to make a difference.
Give a shout out to William Gray, who has been consistently reaching out via Twitter, congratulating Karen Rosbrom, one of that's our league teammates, as Bukowski breaks down a spare on Thursday nights.
It's pretty cool,
I believe, and so he's been following along, and many actually have been following along as Rodriguez, makes the spare. So Maria, no strikes here. She's got a couple of opens, missed some makeables. So what does she have to do right now, Josie, to kind of calm herself down?
I mean, first you just got to take a deep breath. You know, I mean, there's still 5 frames left, and I'm sure you saw it a lot this weekend, where a game can turn around really quickly in 5 frames, for the better or for the worse. So, you know, she's actually still not that far behind, and you just got to put a couple good shots together.
Flat 10 there for Zavyalova. We are a little softer on the talking side, folks. If you recall, you watched this event with us last year, and I've described kind of how the settee is made here at Double Decker Lanes. Fantastic facility. It's pretty cool, but it's very intimate. So we kind of right on top of the players. In certain situations, we can reach out and, you know, fist bump some of the players. And so, of course, we don't want to be distractions as well. 3 pin there, a little light. Well, Bukowski just keep making makeables. Zavyalova put another one down as well. Again, an example of what the pattern has been like all week. Not many strikes here. In this match, it might be the first to double. May win. Rosbrom has 2 strikes, though. Strike, of course, would give her a 3-pin lead. Still a close match here as well, despite Maria's a couple miscues. I don't think it's any question. The first to double between Zavialova and Rodriguez might be the winner. And that one is through the face, 10-pin for Diana. Rosberg here getting late in the game. Needs some big time shots. Didn't like it.
That one.
And loses count in the process. And now will trail with a spare here by 1 pin. Zavialova, the extra time. She will enter your screen momentarily. She makes the spare. Fist pump that spare too. I feel you.
I fist pumped all of my spares this weekend. That's another fantastic spare.
That's it. Indeed it is. So she now trails by 1 after the loss of count. So this is brewing up. She already had one close one. 10th frame, won by 1 pin versus Kelly Kulick. Can she take down Shannon Bukowski? Rodriguez, can she get some help? That's ball change. First strike of the match. Double can change things quickly.
Yes, it can. Maria's got a fighting spirit.
She's funny. She's so funny. All right. Pretty solid shot there. 10-pin.
She was shaking her head a little bit like she didn't like it, but I think any shot that hits the pocket out here is pretty good.
Rodriguez, push ball. It does. Trips the 4. Watched Maria a lot this weekend. Just kind of watching her kind of control her emotions in a sense where you can tell that she may want to exert a little something, but has been cool, has been calm.
I think that's something she's gotten better at. You know, I don't think she's always necessarily been like that. We grew up bowling college together. She's a year younger than me, and I've definitely seen a change in her over the years. For the better, obviously.
He, of course, a standout at Maryland Eastern Shore. Zavialova, standout at Weber International, and gets a kick on the 10. And Shannon P. has been flirting with disaster for a few frames now, but all good signs because she continues to break down splits. At the conclusion of these matches, folks, will be a quick salutations, if you will, as I'll need to take photos and all of the things that we do after the tournament's over. Now we can prepare for my additional hours here. Zavialova, can she get more help? No. All right, another spare down for Pluhowski. You get the sense that if Shannon strikes at any point between now and the 10th frame, whether she doubles or not, you know, she's just kind of got that presence that would be enough to propel her to victory.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. I mean, obviously I think Karen's totally capable, but it's
no doubt about that.
It's a big moment on, like we've talked about over and over again, an incredibly difficult pattern.
I mean, it's still, you know, first to double. Bukowski's been close. Wow. That might have been the best shot she's thrown here in this game. And still, I mean, if you're Karen, you're watching Shannon be close and close and close. You know, it might be just a double standing in your way right now.
I think it'll be interesting to see what Karen does, because she missed the head pin on lane 30 the last time, and then she flat 10'd in the 7th frame on the left lane. So does she make an adjustment, you know, to make up for that? I know this weekend when I did, it turned into disaster. You know, trying to make those little moves to try to get the ball to go through the pins better, when I really just needed to kind of camp out and just roll it more than anything. So we'll see what she does here.
7-pin match between Rodriguez and Zavialova. We've got a tie match here. If Rosbom strikes, they'll be tied in the 7th. Anything less, of course, she'll be trailing. But at the moment, tied if you give her the strike in the 8th frame. Here it is.
She like it?
That's some carry.
Tied up.
Our first strike since the 4th frame. Rodriguez, get out of there, 10-pin. Big shot in the 9th for both of these matches, coming down to it. Again, experienced players in various levels. Zavialova, Rodriguez, Bukowski, major champions. Rosbom now trying to add her name to what could be a heck of a start to the 2017 year for a double, much needed. And through the face, 6-10. And that was her frame. Put a little pressure, make Shannon think about it just enough. Now Zavialova in the 9th. Need some help. And a 2-4-5. Hold on, ball.
Oh. She knew it off her hand.
Late open. Max score 191, and that may be all Bukowski would need. I mean, you would expect Shannon to kind of jump all over this. 5 consecutive 9 counts. She's been close. 7-pin, 7-pin, 7-pin. I think maybe a 2 or 3 pin.
The last one was a 4.
The last one was a 4 pin.
Sorry.
Yep.
6-pin.
Yep.
Lefty.
I do it all the time. People probably think this guy knows nothing what he's talking about because he keeps messing. Bukowski in the 9th frame. Didn't like it. And there it is. That's the break you need. Didn't like it. Had a couple splits break down throughout the day. I mean, throughout this game. Doesn't mean that you didn't throw it good, didn't throw it bad, but it could mean, hey, this is your time, it's your day. All right, 25 and 26, Zavialova will enter your screen. Right now, currently, a 4-pin lead on a spare. Rodriguez has a strike. She can only shoot 194. And that is high and a 6-pin. Now max score of 183. We'll give her the spare and a strike. Maria will have an opportunity.
Get a strike on the first one.
Strike in the 10th. Bukowski didn't like it. Okay. Pretty simple here. Shannon has to make the spare and get 9. And to shut out Karen Rosbom. Zavialova. Spare shot. That's good. Maria will have to strike. Big spare. Take deep breath. All right, 9 to win. Oh, 9 to shut out, excuse me. Eight could be the possibility of a tie. Anything less, and Karen Rosbom will have an opportunity to get up in the 10th frame and win the match. Big fill shot here for Zavialova coming up. Would like a strike It's
Well,
8.
That's enough, though, to make Maria get the first one.
181 for Zabielova. Bukowski. Bang. There it is. And the exclamation point. Wow.
That's a pretty fantastic shot on that, though.
Talk about a game right there. Impressive. Maria needs a strike. There it is.
There it is.
Wow. Boy, my heart goes out.
Yeah. I don't know what you say to that.
You can't, you know, in this business, you can't be attached, if you will, but to watch someone kind of go through that consecutive years, that's tough. Meanwhile, Maria Rodriguez did what she had to
She
do.
did. Yeah. I mean, and it's like we talked about in the 5th frame. You know, 5 frames can change the outlook of a match, and she threw 4 of the next 5. So hats off to her.
All right, folks, final scores. Maria Jose Rodriguez, 187. Diana Z, 181. Shannon Bukowski, 193. Karen Rostrom, 170. Great tournament for Karen.
Yes,
Literally
it was.
just shots away from making a TV finals appearance.
And how cool is that for people, you know, come out and compete with us, because, you know, you never know what might happen.
Wow. Maria Rodriguez, the number 4 seed. Well, folks, you see everyone being announced. We'll keep the mics on live for you, but want to thank Josie Ernest for stopping by. Have fun
Having
next
me.
week.
Thank you.
And congratulations. Congrats to all of our finalists. So for Josie Ernest and all of our staff, my name is Emil Williams Jr. We say so long for now, folks. Until next time in Sacramento. This has been a presentation of the 2017 QubicaAMF PWBA Sonoma County Open on Extra Frame.
The QubicaAMF PWBA Sonoma County Open. On behalf of the entire PWBA staff, we hope to see you again soon at another PWBA event. Good night, everyone. Be safe, be good, and support your sport. Have a great evening.
79. Your chili cheese fries are ready, 79.